Roger Heacock and his wife Laura Wick are packing up 35 years of life in the occupied West Bank. Both are US citizens. He teaches history at Birzeit, the leading Palestinian university. She's a midwife and healthcare researcher. The last time they returned from a trip overseas, an Israeli immigration officer gave them just 2-week-long tourist visas, telling them they could apply for an extension once home.
We made a new application with the Palestinian Ministry of Civil Affairs on the strength of our new contracts at Birzeit University and have heard nothing. So therefore we can't stay.
Professor Heacock is not alone. 6 other foreign academics at Birzeit have had their visa renewals rejected and are facing ejection before the next academic year. It's part of a pattern of intensifying pressure on foreigners, one that Morgan Cooper understands only too well. An American, she met her Palestinian husband Saleh Tota here in his restaurant 9 years ago. Around the same time, Israel froze a limited scheme of granting residency in such cases. Morgan has to make do with tourist visas, but they've been getting shorter in duration, if approved at all.
When you have a child and you're thinking about your child's well-being, this is completely untenable. So many spouses or Palestinians who are married to foreign nationals have left. They live abroad. Because what kind of life do you have here when you don't know, I don't know next month if I will be allowed to stay here?
The rules surrounding foreign residents' rights are unclear. It often comes down to a decision made by a single bureaucrat at an army base in this illegal settlement just outside Ramallah. In a statement, the Israeli military told us that there'd been no change to the policy regarding foreigners' entry and that each case was assessed on an individual basis. But we've also spoken to the Palestinian Civil Affairs Commission, which receives the applications before sending them on here. And they told us that in the last year, what was typically a 70% renewal rate had plummeted to about 10%. Palestinian American Sam Bahor leads a campaign on the issue. He says it's a deliberate attempt to force foreigners who often hold prominent positions to leave.
So by addressing the foreign nationals who are coming to add value to the community, by not letting them come in, the quality of life is reduced. And that is more suffocating for Palestinians, forcing them to leave the country.
For people in Morgan Cooper's position, it comes down to a series of near impossible choices: to overstay her visa and never leave town for fear of an Israeli ID check, to try to renew her papers while here and risk rejection, to travel overseas in the hope of getting a new visa on return, and gamble that she won't be prevented permanently from coming home. Harry Fawcett, Al Jazeera, in the occupied West Bank.